Do it. Welcome back, NDL Weekly. I am pumped. Week 3. I don't want to talk about the Raiders. That was despair. God help us all. Did you guys happen? Don't talk to me about it. Nothing. I can't. Did you see that little Kyler video? It has him with like the little when he's running around. I'm gonna send it to you. Did you see it?
I
Did you
didn't
send it
see
to
it,
me?
but I can see it.
It was like, it's crazy how this lines up and it's him during that extra point.
Oh, guys, you know what, Adrian? I talked to you a long time ago, and I said, why are we doing this to ourselves?
Yep.
Is there any way that we would leave our team? And you very quickly, like a very good fan, said, no, I am never going to leave my team. And then I follow suit because of peer pressure. And I said, no, I will never leave my team. And I won't. I'll preface with that. But I don't know if I could do this to myself. I don't know if I think at the very best, I'm going to have to record the game and watch it with the fast forward button in front of me.
Just stop watching altogether.
I might, dude, I could be an Eagles fan.
It's nice. I'll tell you what, so far through 2 weeks.
Bro, dude, how about that play? You're going to know what I mean, Justin. I told my wife, check out this guy. Who is it? I said, Jalen Hurts. Remember his name. Don't ever ask again. I said, watch this play. He's freaking exciting. Then he decides to fake handoff, run it out the backfield, almost go out on the sideline. Then he muscles his way through some linebackers and extends for the goal line.
I was saying to the people I was watching with, he should have stepped out of the 6. Like when he spans, I was like, oh, he'll get to the 3 or the 2, but is that worth getting hit? And then he scored. So what do I know?
He will get hurt, but dang it, before he does, it's going to be so fun. He's just so fun, bro. And he's passing so much better.
It's fun. It's exciting.
I can't believe I just became an Eagles fan. I'm so excited about my new adventure. All right, so check it out. Justin, very good to see you. Let me see what kind of shirt you got on. What is that?
It's nothing too bad today. It's just a little space. Little astronaut.
So you got a shirt with an astronaut and a planet on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I decided to keep it tame so I wouldn't get made fun of tonight.
No, I love it. I'm just saying, I couldn't wear a planet shirt personally. I couldn't go and see the shirt that has a planet and say, yes, I'm gonna buy it and then I'm gonna wear it. But you know what?
Is that because your bald head looks like a planet?
I was just gonna say, I have no context. I have to make sure there's more plain and less to make fun of here, because down here we also get into trouble. But up here and here, it's not good. What happened to your face? It looks good. Did you shave something? Do you have a mustache where you didn't have a mustache before?
Me?
Tell me. Yes, you.
No,
you did nothing. Something. What's that little smile? Are you experimenting with a mustache?
No, I cannot grow. I didn't shave for a couple days. This is all I get.
Let me see your mustache. Let me see it. Justin, you have a mustache. I want to tell you something. You look good.
Thank you.
You do look good.
Can we move on to the others? I'm uncomfortable.
We should. Adrian, how are you living today? What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking an Izzy.
What is that?
It's just a
sparkling
water type thing. Yeah, flavored.
Oh, very good. How are those?
They're good.
Just all right.
They're not 0 calorie though, so
that's what I was going to ask.
They have some calories to it. So,
is it worth the calories? Because I'm going to tell you right now before you answer that, I'm sipping on a peach something, and it's very good. It's the essence of fruit. I don't know how many calories in essence, but it says 0.
I usually drink hint, which is a hint of flavor. No bubbles, which I'm not much of the bubbles. So I just wanted something a little different. So
okay.
Just decided to have that.
Testing that out.
Yeah.
Very good to see you.
Darn good.
How was today?
Good, man. Celebrated my son's birthday. And
How old is he?
15, man. He's almost getting ready to drive, which is scary,
Dude, 15's exciting. Getting hair on your balls.
right?
You know, you're experiencing, you got those random boners in class where you don't know if I should stand up right now.
And you
Do
always
I
get
hold
called.
it with my hand in my pocket? Hey, 15 was a good time. Good for him, bro. Have you
Yeah.
started practicing driving yet or no?
Not yet. No. He's itching to get his permit, and then we'll take him out. So
16
It'll
in
be fun.
Texas?
yes,
Fun, dude.
Yep.
You have an older one than 15, don't you?
older daughter that's 32, and then
Okay.
15 and 13.
Right on, man. What is she doing? What's the 32-year-old doing?
She's lives in Austin. She works for a Charles Schwab. She does kind of the security with them, kind of IT security type stuff. So
Very nice.
neat.
32.
Yeah.
You look 32. It's crazy that you have a 32-year-old.
all right,
That
scary.
high tea, bro.
Yeah.
How you living, Pickle?
Good. Clean living over
Good.
here.
Clean living. So much hair. God, it's just so pretty. Can you take your hat off for just 1 second? Can I just see it? I just want to see it, Pickle. Just let me be jealous for
My big forehead?
yes. Oh,
Sorry.
the line. The hairline is so
Kind of
good.
got the Aaron Rodgers thing going on.
Yeah, a little bit. We're doing our
God,
best.
dude. Good looking and
Like
so
it.
much hair.
Don't worry, man.
Tell us
I got
what your
a big
hat
forehead
is.
Too.
It's the cow print hat, but the print is the state of Wisconsin, and then my golf course logo.
Fun.
Got this
So
for
you
free.
live in Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Born and raised in Wisconsin?
No,
Oh,
I grew up in San Francisco.
All right.
how about that?
Bay
How'd you
Area
land
boy.
in Wisconsin?
It's a long story, but I came out here for school, and then
Okay.
not a long story, but I came out here for school, and then my wife is from Wisconsin, so
Yeah.
when I married her, we decided to stay here.
Nice, bro. The Lord
Yeah.
says to leave and cleave. You leave, and hey, if your bride's there, that's where you plant some roots,
Consider her
brother.
cleaved.
And right on. Well, good deal. All right, guys. So check it out. NDL. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through a trade target for or away. Segment 1, segment 2. We're getting right into the league breakdown. We're still experimenting with this. We did this plus last year, and it was a lot. And I didn't hear from anyone saying it was too much. We had a great time, but basically as soon as we started, we'd end and an hour and 40 minutes went by. And I just know that's quite a long time. So we're going to try to make this sample size as we learn more about our conference, our division, the teams within everything. We'll know a little bit more what to highlight, what players are on each team, who we're going to talk about more. Right now, little sneak peek, I have JB. I'm talking about usually the first place and the last place team because that's the easiest right now without spending hours in research. That's who I'm really going to look at over the course of the weeks. We might end up not talking about those guys at all, but going through the divisions and just kind of pointing out some bullet points and some highlights and things like that. Really what we want to do, we want to represent NDL, and it's 4 leagues, JB, GA, NFL, 32. We want to talk about all of its glory in bite-sized amounts because we love it. Zach, all hail to Zach for creating this masterpiece. Thank you very much for running it behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. Thank you for letting me help out. Remember, guys, everyone, Discord is amazing. We love Discord. Chat with us. We're all 4 of us are on it. Pickle takes the season off, takes the off season off, but during the season, he comes to party. Justin, Adrian, and I, Staples, pretty much every day we're checking in. Play with us. Everyone poops, right? When you're pooping, check in on Discord. See if there's any chit chat. If there is, reply back. We'd love to hear from you. Now, trade targets. I'm going to kick it off. As many of you know, I love James Robinson. And you might think that it's not a good time to get James Robinson, but right now there are still skeptics. James Robinson is a little tougher to get in NDL specifically. because he went through a holdout period. Now his salary is elevated, even though he had an Achilles tear. No one dropped him, and he still carries a high tag. I think someone did drop him in a league. I got him in one of the auctions, but it was still a big ass price tag. So best part is there are still skeptics. That means if the skeptic holds him, rosters him, he can still probably get had. Week 1 only had 49% snap percentage, but tallied up 6 yards per carry on the ground, 2 touchdowns off only 13 touches. Very efficient. Week 2, not as efficient, higher snap percentage. Even though he wasn't as efficient, he had 25 touches, 23 of which are rushes. That means we have a new bell cow. We had an old bell cow, then he tore his Achilles. Then we had ETN come in. We thought he was going to take over, but he has wildly underperformed. He has not looked great. We are very bummed as a community about that. But Robinson proves to be their bell cow right now. I think he could be had for the valuation equivalent of a second round 23 draft pick. Now, next we got Pickle. Pickle, who you got?
My trade for target is Darnell Mooney. He's had a really slow start to the season with a lot of offseason hype, especially with Allen Robinson leading the scene. Everyone was like, he's going to dominate the target share. He's going to get so many receptions based on volume alone. Get him, start him. And he's had really quite the letdown first 2 weeks. I think, again, NDL specific leagues, this is going to be a really hard guy to get because people are fine hanging on to a guy. But I still think he's somebody you should go and get if you have him. I think you should hang on to him. You look at these first 2 weeks of the season, I think they're outliers, especially week 1. I don't know if you remember that game, but that was like in a monsoon. So nobody was going to throw or catch anything in that game. I think you can throw that out. So really he has one off game. I think the coaching staff is going to learn that they need to throw the ball. A lot of that is based on Justin Fields' lack of attempts. So it's not that Mooney's getting snubbed. It's that they're not throwing the ball right now. So it's not his fault. I think it's game script. They're just not planning right. Hang on to him. He's a good guy to have. He's a good guy to target and go ahead and get.
Anything. And if you guys want to say what you think he could be had for or what you would need for this guy, go ahead and put that there. I won't put you on the spot, Pickle. If you think about it in a minute, let me know. I want to say one more thing about Robinson, and we'll do this for everyone. Adrian, would you trade Robinson away for a second, the valuation I gave him?
Absolutely. I mean,
So,
I trade him away.
Yes. If I offered you a second, would you give me Robinson?
Not me. No.
Okay. And let's say you're all contending.
Yeah.
Or maybe not, right? If you're contending, maybe you deal him, maybe one. Pickle, would you, if I offered you a second for Robinson?
Probably not, but a second's pretty close.
Mm-hmm. Justin?
Yeah, just if my team's good and or if your second's looking late and my team's contending, probably not. If your second's mid-tier and I'm bad, I'd probably take it.
Well said. And that's kind of what I want to see, guys. I want you to see that some people would take it, some people wouldn't. And that's why we go out and just make some offers. All right. Adrian.
Yeah. And with James Robinson, I've always been a believer. So that's,
Yeah, true.
big James Robinson. So yeah, I wouldn't trade him, but it's a fair offer, I think.
Okay.
So I hope you're right, Pickle, with the Mooney deal, because I do have him in a couple leagues. So I've been crying each week watching him.
Would you trade him
the
away
zeros.
if somebody offered you like the guaranteed 202 for next year? Would you trade him away?
If I had depth, I think I
Okay.
would. If I didn't have depth, then I would probably hold him and hope and pray. So moving on to my guy, and I didn't have many shares of this guy. I did have one, and I actually traded him away. But now I'm going to be looking to try to trade for him. So my guy is Cam Akers. So he started off the year with a big old goose egg, 0 points. So he had 3 rushing attempts, then kind of fell into the doghouse. Coach said he wasn't aggressive enough in his rushing style. So Henderson got a lot of those carries. So week 1, Henderson had 13 rushing attempts to Akers 3. Last week, Akers had 15 rushing attempts to Henderson's 10. So, and actually Akers did look like he was running stronger. So maybe the little psychology that the coach used to on him that first week maybe has helped. So I do see that he actually could. I mean, I think they're kind of easing him back in. So I think that he should still see increases in the workload, and I think overtake consistently more carries than Henderson. So it may be getting a little late to try to get him, but I mean, I think the first week was probably the week to do it, but then we didn't know, you know. Now we can kind of see a little trend moving, and hopefully it moves in the right direction. But you might be able to get him for possibly a second, just depending on how upset the person was that started him week 1 and they gave him a 0. But you might be able to package something as well. You know, maybe a lesser a running back or a flex, and maybe a second to try to get him. But Cam Akers is the one I'm looking to try to get.
I like it.
I don't.
And what was the valuation?
I said a second and maybe a flex or a second.
Okay.
So,
Let's try to have like some type of exact, like a second and Curtis Samuel. Would you do that?
Yeah.
And
You
I
would
would
take
or second or like a Hines maybe something.
second and
You know, like
Hines
a
would be
flex. Yeah,
second and McKissick.
right.
Second
Something like
and
a flex
someone.
running back.
So you would deal a second and some type of flex for Akers right now.
Up
I
to
say
a
that's a
flex,
good
yeah.
bet.
I'd try a second. They're not budgeting on a second. I'd try to throw in a flex. So
And if
Sweet.
Adrian's offering me that trade, I accept it. So
Okay.
I'm gonna start
Okay.
looking to see if you got them.
I
I'd
don't
probably accept that trade as well.
You would accept it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Oof. I don't know.
I'm not as optimistic on his season-long outlook. I mean, like you said, he was much better week 2, but that's just so scary still. I don't know. And I'm a coward.
I know. I agree.
But you're getting them cheap.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean,
I think
considerably
so.
cheap.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
if you can get them cheap and hope. I mean, I made plenty of bad mistakes in the past, you know, reaching for players. Sometimes it works,
Mhm.
sometimes it doesn't, but you know, if it works,
Did you ever
it's golden.
trade away Amon-Ra St. Brown for Robbie Anderson?
no, but I did trade him. I traded him and James
Oh,
Robinson for a first, and I forgot what else, but kicking myself.
Oh,
But yeah, that's bad. That's pretty bad.
No, to make it worse, it was Amon-Ra and a second for Robbie Anderson
oh,
Ouch.
Ooh,
before his rookie
Justin.
year. Anyway, let's move on because I'm sad.
dude, I just traded a 23 first before the season. I just traded a 23 first and London for CMC. And
Wow.
I'm hurting right now.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
tough.
that's
Adrian and I are in a league. I traded a first and a second for CMC. In both of those leagues, I'm 0-2.
Mm.
Oh God.
Maybe you'll have a few
Okay.
good weeks and you can flip him and get your money back.
That's all I'm trying. I'm not gonna be able to recoup London and a first though.
No.
London's you try to offer someone a first for London and it's gonna get rejected.
Absolutely.
Unless it's closer to the season and you know it's 101 to 105. London looks good. Mother. Justin, you're up.
All right, another running back. I think you can get for a second round pick. Someone I don't have any shares of. I've been actively avoiding in the redraft season, but I think it's the time to go get Miles Sanders. He's out carried every running back. He's like tripled each other running back's carry amounts. I think he had 17 yesterday, while the others had 4 and 3. Leading into the season, he even said in a press conference, like, don't draft me fantasy football. It's going to be committee, but we're learning through 2 games. That's not exactly the truth. He's running well. He's behind the best offensive line in football, or one of the best, and he has a quarterback who takes away a ton of pressure from him. So a guy you can get like that, who's going for probably a second round pick, seems like a good time to buy right now.
I was loosely watching him. He really started to seem like he was going in spurts, right? And then they disappear the run game, and then
Yeah.
but it seemed like he was doing pretty well. Any idea what his yards per carry were?
No. I just know he's out carrying everybody by a lot.
Last
So what
team-
happened to Kenny Gainwell? How's he looking?
He's running well too. So yesterday, Sanders had 96 yards on 13 carries. That was week 1.
Sweet.
And Gainwell had
That's beautiful.
5 carries
Lord.
for 20, and Scott had 4 for 10.
Okay.
And
Is he
week-
catching balls?
Not so much.
I guess not too many passes were had last game.
Yeah, but that's
First
you
game
know,
was better.
that's why you want to go out and spend a second on him. He's not going to win you a championship, but as a RB2 or even flex, he's going to be very helpful.
Yeah, I'd spend a second on Miles Sanders.
Yesterday, he had 17 carries for 80, so 4.7 yards a carry.
Okay.
and
not bad.
like probably his last 4 or 5 carries were like 2 yards running down the clock.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. Anyone else have anything as far as trade targets or anything about those guys? Sweet. All right, check it out. I'm going to go first. First league is JB. Can you guys see me okay? I'm on another screen and I don't know how computers work. You can see me or you can't.
Not yet. I'm working on it. I'm bad at this.
Oh, you're going to JB. Got it. But you guys, okay, you can see me. Okay, so JB is a 12-team super flex full PPR league. Oddly enough, in every division in the NFC has 1 2-0 team. Whoa. All right. Has 1 2-0 team, 2 1-1 teams, and 1 0-2 team. In 2021, Super Bowl winner was Todd from the AFC West. Took down NFC's Nate and the Bears in an epic showdown, ending in a score of 166 to 169. I don't know what's worse, losing by 3 points or getting blown out by 100.
I'd rather lose by 100, especially in a championship.
That is a correct answer. Well done, Todd. Good job, Nate. Still in the money. Still finished way ahead of all of us. Also, can't forget the biggest turd. Trophy goes to Kyle and the Jaguars. Kyle beat out James and the Falcons to take the toilet bowl. Suck it, James. Long live the AFC. So we'll start out in the NFC North. Cole was my favorite last year. Oh, Cole, who was my favorite last year, sitting at 0-2 with a really rough conference high points against at 396, even though he's 4th in points for. Imagine having, okay, guys, wrap your mind around this, okay? Imagine having in Superflex Kyler, then Javonte Williams, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, CeeDee Lamb, DJ Moore, Mike Williams, TJ Hawkinson, and Kyle Pitts, and still being 0-2.
Yikes.
Time for the bleach. Adrian, how do I say it? Mache. Good job. While Mache at the top with a 2-0 record is going to be tough to beat in any week. He has a conference leading PF of 382 points while he's deep at quarterback, running back, and wide receiver. NFC South. Holy mother, is Tim's Saints team effing awful. Currently 0-2 with right around zero hope of even accidentally winning a game. Safe to say he will easily get the 101 in the 2023 draft pick, and God knows he needs it. He's got a whooping conference worst 165 points for sweet Jesus. And what is that? I hope this is on purpose. I didn't see any trades either. 100 points worse than anyone else. Well done. If you're trying, well done. If you're not trying, also well done. You've created a disaster. Knicks Bucks are at the top with a 2-0 record, but a much more flimsy 2-0 with a 281 PF, while Jim's Panthers are 1-1 with a PF of 342. Hang in there, Jim. Keep it up. No need to make any trades right now. You're still scoring a bunch. Tides will turn, especially if Nick can't get his shit together. NFC West. Chris's Cardinals lead this division with a perfect 2-0 record, even though his quarterbacks aren't doing him any favors. Burrow, who's a big fat surprise. I don't know what the F is happening with Burrow. I'm so pissed. And Mac Jones I love you, Mac Jones. New England's not doing you any favors. And then Derek Carr. I don't want to talk about that. But he has the GOAT, James Robinson. So obviously he's the team to beat. NFC West. Who here is in the NFC West? I'm looking at you, Pickle. How's the build going right now? I'm
It's me.
I'm not putting you on blast. I just want to know how's it going.
We're struggling. I'm really glad I traded for Jalen Hurts.
Hey, I love it. I think that was solid. Chris has a solid team scoring 358 PF, second in the conference, but it helps when his PA is only 267, while Pickle's PA is a staggering 352, second highest in the whole conference. When that happens, Pickle, just keep it up, brother. You have one quarterback right now in Hurts. That hurts. But Pickett might be coming in sooner than later if Trubisky keeps pooping the bed.
Yep.
Right? I'm not swearing anymore. FYI, guys.
Nothing to lose this year.
Hey, is this you? Tyreek, DK is going to see better days. I love Bateman. Who doesn't? Sterling Shepard knows how to score some points. You might be able to flip him if you end up wanting to rebuild.
Yeah.
I like Noah Fant. He might have a better shot next year. Don't sell Noah Fant. Robert Tonyan, if he blows up, maybe sell him. You also have Trey McBride. Anyone heard anything about Trey McBride?
Nothing.
Nothing. Fucking
Nope.
tight ends.
I
have a
think
Trash.
almost played that week. Ertz almost at. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Question.
Real quick, I was looking
Yeah.
to move because if you look at these running backs, it's a
Mhm.
lot of handcuffs.
Okay.
I was trying to move these guys for second round picks. Nobody biting. Like I tried to
Okay.
move Tony Pollard to the Zeke owner. Wouldn't like nothing.
For a
So
second,
watch.
no? Wow.
Yeah, so watch. Be patient with the trades. I'm going to give you a quick tip. Okay, here's a tip. Send out trade offers on Sunday night and Monday night. Lot of emotions happening. A lot of fuck my team happening. A lot of I'm never going to win another game happening. Okay. A lot of my team is amazing. So go out there and send them a win now piece. Send them a piece that need a backup handcuff. Just ride to whatever their weakness is. You know that 0-2 teams, they're feeling their demise. Especially, I got 30 teams.
Right.
Okay, I got exactly 30 teams. I just don't have time to compete in all of them. So I might be quicker. I might be the type of person to be quicker to the rebuild button.
Right.
So expose that. Sunday after the game, Monday after the game. That's a big tip. Send out trade offers, emotions run high, and usually people are drinking on Sunday night and Monday night or all day.
So you're
Okay.
saying take advantage of people.
I would pray that
Yes.
you guys all take advantage of it. If you're not making someone feel bad about a trade the next morning, you're not doing it right. Okay.
Love it.
I completed that trade, Watson, for a 23 first and Aaron Rodgers. He was not sober. He was not. I also am the type of guy that I would have reversed it if he was like, bro, if he would have come at me quick. But most people just won't. And most people won't ask. Take advantage of them. AFC North, we will start there. The champ, Todd in Pittsburgh, keeps on champing with a 2-0 record and a division-leading PF 331 points. Solid team, but there are some chinks in his armor. That is not a racial. I know what you were thinking, Adrian. Come on, shit. That can be exposed throughout the season. I know it can because Brady, it's looking a little challenged right now. I think he will get it together because he is Brady, but I think something's in his head. I don't know what's happening in Tampa. Todd Bowles. I don't know if it's a Todd Bowles thing. Tends to be when he's calling plays. Ertz is his best tight end. James Conner is his best running back, and he may be hurt. All I got to say is for everyone else in the AFC, let's pray for injuries, right? That's what any good person would start doing for Todd's team. Fan favorite, Van and the Browns having a rough go at it, 0-2. The devastating 352 points against, third highest in the conference, isn't helping his shit-ass 256 points for. Given that your quarterbacks, man, are Goff and Tannehill, your wide receivers are Adams, okay, DeAndre Carter, and Julio Jones, and some other waiver fodder. Everett at tight end. The point that I am happy about you having Everett at tight end shows shit's real. You're going to have to really look hard at your squad. I say it's time to get out ahead of it, fold it. No one to fold him like Zach did. Zach got out ahead of it, just wants to play spoiler. He's playing for free. I know you don't pay for free, but you're probably rich. You're an accountant. You probably siphon funds from your clients. Love you, Van. AFC South. Look at who's at the top in this division. 372 points for, but also a division worse, 260 points against. No, none less than Adrian's Texans leading the way in the South. Common thing among the conference leaders is Josh Allen. Sweet Jesus, he's very, very good. I love rostering him. I only have him in one league. Very disappointed about that. I do have a lot of Jalen Hurts. Digression. This may be your year, Adrian. I swear to God, you've got a solid squad. Imagine if you had Lamar. That's crazy. But who needs Lamar when you got Tua? Am I right?
Right.
Dude. Hey, at least you got Tua in that deal. And I think I gave you a pick. I think I gave you a first.
You did.
Something like that. But as you see, guys, emotions will run high. Adrian was he was not happy with Lamar. Lamar was throwing up on the sideline, kept eating candy, got COVID like 11 times. I got Lamar for, I think, a good price, but his salary is up there, so I get it. My favorite part of all of this, though, is Joe and his 0-2 start to the season. Shitty PF of 265, but also a brutal 342 points against. Joe, okay, look at me, Joseph. Your team is exactly how I like it. Good enough to give you false hope to keep competing, but clearly not good enough to win it. And you have no picks to speak of. Thank you for this gift of joy, Joseph. Thank you. Notable note, John and his Colts, who have had the 101 the past 2 years in a row, is doing quite well with a 1-1 record. But more importantly, he has an impressive 345 points for, with a 365 points against, which is second highest. Very nice, John. I do see that you're riding with Lawrence and Trubisky at quarterbacks. Quarterback, make some moves, brother, or you're probably going to get 1-0 something again. AFC West, Renee is leading the way with a 1-1 record, which all four of us share. She's kicking our butts in PF and PA, highest in both. At least she knows she's only competing with two others in the division, while Zach's Chiefs, albeit 1-1, has the division and nearly conference low 265 points for, and already knows he's destined for a high draft pick next year. That is JB, 12-team, super flex, full PPR. Next is Adrian with GA.
Mitch with 32.
Mitch with 32.
And next is Mitch with 32.
You can go to the standings page and you can just stay on the standings page. We're just going to quick look at, just kind of glance through all the teams, not look at the matchups, but just see who's got a good start to the season, who's got a bad start to the season. Throw a couple of predictions out there. We start in the AFC North. Cole and James, both 2-0, really, really solid starts to the year. You can look at their PF. It's very, very similar. The PA, very, very similar. They both played a couple of dogs, got easy victories. Next week, their matchup is going to be really fun. They both have excellent QB play, and they both have some stud wide receivers. It's going to be a good matchup next week. I think these are actually probably two of the best teams in the AFC. Jack and Braxton. Oh, that might be Jake. Sorry. Yeah, it's Jake. Jake and Braxton.
Jake, your friend Jake.
Yep. taking the alternate route. Braxton, I remember covering this league last year. He was tanking last year. It certainly looks like he's tanking again this year. And so battle for worst place right here. Both of these teams are terrible. Jake, you should try and move James Robinson. Braxton, maybe you can shuffle Marlon Mack somewhere. Yeah, your teams are terrible. Good luck next year. Looking forward to see who you draft in 2023.
Fun.
The
Mean.
AFC South. Renee doing what Renee does best, winning at fantasy. A respectable 224 points for. And I love any team that has Justin Herbert on it. So I'm a big fan of this team. He is leading the way, and she has a lot of good depth. Jason and Troy following close behind at 1-1. What's interesting is that really all three of these teams have the same points for. So we're seeing early on some people getting kind of booted by the scheduling bug. And it's just the wrong team on the wrong week ends up as a loss, even though your team really isn't that bad. But Jason and Troy both have good teams. They both have Jason's got Lamar and Nick Chubb kind of spearheading his team, which is a great duo. Lamar had a fantastic week last week, and so did Chubb, so that really helps. Troy had a down week, but I really like his team. He's got a lot of big names, so many that I didn't write any of them down. Last place in this league is Bill, 0-2. Great start to the season. I've done that in a few leagues, so don't worry that you still got some hope. But a struggling team, it's not as bad as Braxton, so you got that going for you, which is nice. He's got some weird players, I think, on his team. People like AJ Dillon, Melvin Gordon, Allen Robinson, Metcalf, and Pitts that are like really high value names, but lack a lot of production. I say wait it out before you pull the plug on this year. Give it 2 more weeks, see how things shake out. But you might be moving some of those pieces for some picks next year. Whew. I always do these things and I like forget to take a breath.
Breathing's fun.
AFC East. New England Slow Dogs. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Tim and Carmen. Both 2-0. But if you look at their points for, it's a little discrepancy there. Basically, I kind of look at the thresholds, like if you're not over 220 and you have a good record for your points for, you probably got really lucky. And I think it looks like Carmen may have, but winning because you're just playing against bad teams, the other 2 teams in the division. So that'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. Tim looks really good, but same kind of thing. These divisional games, the other 2 teams in the division are just so bad that it looks good, but it might not be that good. So we'll see about sustainability. We'll see about depth on both of those teams. But 2-0, it's a nice start. 2 wins is always good. Mitch,
Real quick, Stack Exchange is really bad, so that's a good point.
Yeah, yeah. My team
Is that you?
sucks as well. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm the White Buffalo.
Oh, you're White Buffalo.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mitch and Justin, you guys, you look really bad right now. This is what I said. I said Mitch and Justin suck, bad teams. Justin with some disappointing performances to start. You could turn it around. I just made just a couple off weeks. I mean, it's frustrating when your off weeks happen. Weeks 1 and 2, you kind of want to space those out to like weeks 4 and 9.
My plan was to hold on 1 more week, see how it goes versus you, and then decide what to do from there. Because
I like that.
I made a lot of offseason moves, thinking I could be a playoff team, and they're not going well so far.
Yep, I congratulate you on your future 1-3 record.
Thank you.
Because I will be 0-3. There's no doubt in my mind. So, but nothing else to say there. AFC West. I think this is far and away the best division. If you look at all of these points for, all of these teams are studly. They have phenomenal points for. They almost all lead actually the entire division or the entire conference in this division. So when you look at Dan, even though he's 2-0, he kind of squeaked by a victory against Rizzo this week to move to 2-0. I think he won by like 5 points. Ash and Zach, they have just these stacked teams. Ash got Eckler, Burrow, Hill, Andrews, Zach has Kelsey, Christian Kirk, Mahomes. I mean, it's just stud player after stud player at every position. This is a fantastic division with really, really good teams. I don't know if it's possible for an entire division to make it to the playoffs, but if it was, I would bet on the AFC West. They're all really good. Unfortunately for them, they're going to beat up on each other all year long. And always, staying healthy is going to kind of dictate who comes out on top there. But all 4 of those teams are just really, really solid. Again, that was Dan in first at 2-0, Ash and Zach following behind at 1-1, and Rizzo at 0-2. Even though Rizzo's points for is higher than most of the rest of the conference.
There's
I think 3.
Yeah, there's only 2 teams outside of the AFC West with the better points for than Rizzo. That's crazy.
That would be James and Cole.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and they're only better than him by 8 or 9 points, 7 or 8 points. So that's a fantastic division, one we will most assuredly be talking about the rest of the year. Moving on to the NFC. We'll start in the NFC North, which has one of the worst teams I have ever seen in fantasy football. That goes
Who
to
owns
you.
it?
That goes to you, Jason.
Oh man.
Jason K, I think.
Okay.
I didn't
It's
actually.
bad.
Yeah, it
Pull
wasn't.
up the
It
roster.
wasn't.
Yeah, it's just Jason K.
Yeah. So I wrote Jason 0-2, Tank City, enough said, puke emoji.
So here's what happened. Last year, he was like, I'm going to make the playoffs this year. And I was like, fuck off. And he was like, no, I swear to God, I'm going to make the playoffs. I said, I'll bet you $500 to your $100 that you're not going to even make the playoffs. And he took that bet. And then about a couple of months ago, he ended up, and I gave him grace. I said, I'll give you one shot right now to get out of that. And he took it. But he's got some good bones.
Nope.
You know, no Trevor Lawrence. He's got
Pitts.
Breece Hall. He's got Pitts. You know, so he's got a cup, but not playoff. And then he's got some picks, I think.
Drop Odell Beckham. Drop him. You'll get him for $58 at the very worst.
True.
$59.
Yeah,
Good Lord.
drop him. I
the
have him
heck?
in leagues for like $3.
But he is only sitting at 147 cap, so I guess he's probably waiting for for him to come back and then sell him.
Yeah, I assume though, if he's rostering him still, he wants to trade him, and $60 can be hard to trade.
No one's gonna trade you. It doesn't matter. He could come back and score 50 points next week. No one's gonna trade you for him.
He's got Malik. He might get a third. He's got Malik Willis. Did anyone? And he's got Jerry Judy on
Taxi.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, with 3 years left? Oh, he had a 5th-year option on him. Anyone see how Malik Willis did the other day?
Bad.
Damn it. Bad.
1 for 4 with an interception.
But you're going against Buffalo. So
going
Yeah,
against
but
Buffalo.
was Buffalo's first team even on the field?
probably not. Yeah.
Probably not, but I feel like
I'm still holding out hope.
Me too, because I took him with the second
We
overall
don't-
pick of the league.
We don't need pickle. We didn't want to talk. We weren't going to say. I wasn't going to say that because I love you.
You set me
Okay,
up
and I
for
don't
it.
want that for. I wasn't going to do it, but I did want. But he's got Malik Willis, so I was just wondering if I was adding that to the list of people that we could build around, or if.
For the Malik Willis truthers, we'll build around him. We
All
gotta
right.
we gotta keep this train moving.
We do.
So we started from the bottom in that league because I just thought Jason K's team was so bad. But Joe is off to a solid start at 2-0. Hot start, strong team. I think he's got a really optimistic season ahead of him with Aaron Jones and Diggs kind of leading the way. Adrian and Tom following close behind at 1-1. I mean, everything's close, even last place or first place right now, 2 weeks in. Adrian's got some interesting names. It could be a good season. It's a good start. They're like 1-1. It's a good points for compared to the rest of the league.
Mooney
You really
screwed
like
me.
that?
Yeah.
Who screwed you?
I said Mooney has screwed me. So hopefully your prediction is correct.
I hope so too. But my fantasy takes are either dead on correct or the opposite of what I said. There's not really a middle ground there. But you do have Tyreek Hill, so that's good. Tom, same thing. Good start. Some room to improve. Some injuries to navigate a little early. And again, he has Jalen Hurts. That's the other quarterback I love this year. So I think that's really, really nice. In the NFC South, Jeremy is 2-0. He did have he barely got to that 2-0. He had a really close matchup. So I think he stole a win this week. He's got Marcus Mariota on his bench and he's starting, I think, Matt Ryan. Yeah, you need to change that. Change that. Start Marcus and sit Matt Ryan until he proves it. Or just drop him at $60. No one's gonna pick him up.
Hey Mitch, would you take a 23 first for Drake London in 32?
Probably not. It seems like a pretty lateral move, like risky for no reason.
I'll ask you again Sunday night.
My team blows in that league too. So,
but wouldn't you rather have the hope of a running back?
You gotta remember that current happenings is better than maybe happenings. I messed that up.
You know
but
what? You can't say it better than that.
Yeah.
So I get it. I get it. Okay.
I'm gonna get that printed and hang out my wall.
Yeah. Turn that into a fucking t-shirt.
But anyway, Jeremy, start Marcus. I think it's going to set you up better on the year. Sit Matt Ryan. Todd, same kind of thing. Maybe Flacco could be the answer, help propel you out of that 1-1, get you onto the winning side of 500. But another good team. Hopefully Kamara gets healthy for you. That would be good moving forward.
What about Curtis Samuel and a first for Drake London?
Probably not, but maybe.
Did you just say probably? No?
Talk to me Sunday night.
Okay, maybe Monday. Okay,
Chad
sorry.
and Adam had one of the worst matchups I've ever seen in fantasy football. Chad is 1-1 because he won last week by scoring 54 points to Adam's 53.
That's awesome.
That was so
what is
bad.
happening, guys?
Just
Just donating
I don't
money.
remember. Yeah. So that
Okay,
was
guys.
won by less than a point.
Tell us in Discord. Come alive on Discord. Tell us what your angle is. I want to be able to bash your team with some relevance. Can you please contact us on Discord? Who else? Who is it again?
It's Chad and Adam. Chad is the Carolina
Chad.
Castaways and Adam is the
Chad,
Who
Chad, I'm
in
trying to get
VF
on Discord.
is Chad.
He
And
was
then Adam?
invited by Bill. Bill invited
Bill.
Chad.
I swear to God, Bill, your guy doesn't get his shit together. Just play with us a little bit, guys.
I've
Adam,
got a
you
note
just-
on this matchup real quick. Their quarterbacks combined for less than 8 points. The defense
Fuck,
is
I have-
two of the 4 highest scores with 14 and 12. That's fun. All right. That's fun.
And Flacco is just out there melting faces. God, what is that? What happened? Okay.
Anyway, Adam, they both lost their starting QB on the year. Prescott with Chad and Lance with Adam. But Adam has, I think, Carson Wentz on the bench. So I don't know why he was playing Lance anyway, but it's none of my business. They're both just need a little more consistency from their players. NFC East, John C. and John L. both at 2-0, both with really solid performances through the first 2 weeks. These two teams will face each other next week. It's going to be very similar to James and who's the other one? Cole in the AFC North, where I think that's going to be a really, really good matchup. They're both high-powered offenses, or that's all they are, and that score a lot of points, that have a stud QB, a stud running back, a stud wide receiver, and depth to go with it. So love both of those teams. Wes and Kevin, you've been the recipients of those two teams just dominating early on. I mean, almost 300 points from both of them. I mean, what are you going to do? You can't. And so even though Wes is 0-2, he's got a 242 points for. That's just really unfortunate. Strength of schedule is really, really hard. I'm sorry. Hang in there. Your team's not that bad, but your record is. Kevin
Mitchell, are you by chance a Kadarius Toney fan?
Yes, but not to the point.
Wait, don't say anything else. Do you want Kadarius Toney and a first for London?
No.
Right? Oh,
Sunday night.
Sunday, maybe Monday. Okay.
Kevin, it's early yet. You got a solid team. You're probably not going to play the playoffs, though. I'm really sorry. Your division is just too tough. I'm not saying you need a tank, but the season's over. NFC South. Ray, nice work. 2-0, solid start. I've said that a few times. But a clutch win this week to get to 2-0. Brandon, close behind you. Look at their points for. It's almost the exact same. Brandon's just had to overcome 33 more points against. That's going to lead to a 1-1 record. Casey also at 1-1, doing well. Uphill battle from here for you, Casey. Hate to break that to you. And Dave, 0-2, you got some good pieces. A little unlucky of a start, I think, with the 227 points for and at 0-2. Love Lamar, love AJ Brown. I think Darrell Henderson is still going to give you a lot of good fantasy value moving forward. That's the NDL 32. We got through that.
Isaiah Pacheco.
Not a chance. There's zero chance.
All right, now we got Pickle. Well done. Thank you very
job.
much. Very insightful. I
Told you so.
apologize for interrupting you.
It would have been
Very
15
sorry.
minutes.
Somebody's got a
It
trade
would've
offer
been-
I just saw.
Who?
Where?
Justin.
Oh, no,
No.
Justin?
this is not my account. This is Jason.
Oh, yeah, Jason, you have a trade offer, sir.
I do in
By
GA.
him. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah, go into that,
You want
Justin.
to do it live on air?
yeah, let's
Yeah.
check it out.
See it.
So
Van, super van.
I
check
think
it
this
out.
is a very fair offer, right? Russell Wilson for
All
my
right, I'll
first.
accept it for you then. Very fair.
Well, no. At least I have commissioner powers. So go into my team real quick. So he's doing that, and he's being kind, okay? Because I lost Dak, but I do have Flacco melting faces, as I said. But how sustainable is that? Now I do have Trey Lance on
IR.
taxi, but he also is doing nothing, obviously, for me. So I would need to do something critical because I have $12. Can you see how much Russell Wilson is?
I'm gonna imagine a lot because he is everywhere.
50 something. Oh,
42.
42. No, but I would definitely. What
Ooh,
if we
Jalen Hurts
counter?
is at 24.
Why don't we just counter with Hurts and counter just counter that. Just do a first and second. Oh, I have a fucker.
You want
Shoot
an
it.
extra second, or you want to throw in maybe like a Trey Lance, an injured guy?
You know what, bro?
Dak Prescott's
not a-
also injured.
Yeah, Dak.
That's
he
not a.
flip Dak.
So he has a little bit of room. What if I did? Would you guys think that?
Lance is on taxi, so that wouldn't help. I mean, that wouldn't hurt his.
It wouldn't. What if I gave him? So is he competing right now?
Well, let's take a look. Let's do this.
No,
Do it live. No
No.
one's getting that. Huh? No one's getting the do it live. No one gets that. That's
it's
just.
newsroom. What is it called?
That's just you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Justin, for F.
I'm a big cinephile.
Okay, I don't
I've
know
seen
what
like
that
6
means.
movies.
Have you? Are you going to it? Are you going? Here,
he's
do
0-2.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Adrian.
he's
told me.
0-2.
Yes. So he's not really competing.
Holy.
Yeah.
So if what if I gave him? So he has to have. I know he likes Hurts. So what are we thinking, guys? I could package up Dak or Lance. Do you think it'd be more attractive for him to have Lance? Probably, right? Because
Probably
we're
more
giving him
At the $15. Yeah.
and the
we're
financial.
giving him a
Taxi.
potential Konami code guy. What if I did like Hurts and a second for Lance and a first?
It's worth a try.
All right, let's do it. Lance
I'm
and-
receiving that offer. I'm keeping Hurts, but it is.
I would want. I
It's
would
at least
want
getting
Hurts
the
as well.
conversation talking or going. He said he's open.
Adrian,
To so
I think leaving out the second would be strong if you want Hurts. I mean, that would be your best bet,
yeah,
doing the first in Lance.
wow.
But I'm not a big Lance guy, so
I was until about Sunday at, well, I don't know, 4:30.
yeah.
What
but
do you
since
think
the
about
Rangers-
Lance Pickle? Seriously,
It's if they're gonna run him
Too
up the
soon.
middle for 3 yards, then no, I think he's gonna have a very short career.
is that what happened? Is that how he got hurt?
I mean, there's no like correlation between rushing attempts and injuries, but the way that he was being ran was like, okay, we're gonna take our new young QB and run him into 3 linemen.
I
you
mean,
know?
there's kind of not correlation, but the more hits you take, each time there's that much more probability. Just
Yeah, there is, and
it won't
I think-
increase the percentage chance per hit, but it'll increase the hits taken.
right. And I think best case, he becomes a Jalen Hurts, develops a really good arm, and is mobile. That's like stupid.
So
leave it like that. I mean, Dan.
So
you
I
can counter.
So you have this team, right? You'll have Mac Jones, Russell Wilson. Good God.
He's got Mac Jones too. Wow.
Jeez. So you'll have a ton of, so you're covered, right? You're covered on quarterbacks. You're not competing, or maybe he is trying to compete, but he's got Zeke, Damian Harris. Not bad, not great.
Bad.
Tyler Boyd, Carter, no. So his
And no
team
wide
sucks.
receivers.
Love you, Van. Van, come on. Is Van your full name? I mean, what's happening? Are you Asian? Is it an Asian thing? Because if it's an Asian thing, I get it. But I think you're white because I
he's
saw your
Asian.
desk. It looked like a white desk.
I'm certain Van is not Asian. He's in fact black, right?
I think
Yeah, I
you're
was gonna
right.
say,
Oh, he's a
I'm pretty-
black dude.
Yeah.
Good memory.
I mean,
A black accountant.
I just take people's info and store it. I don't push it aside.
I bet Van is light years smarter than I am.
Definitely.
Just insane amount of smart.
No
So
doubt.
listen, I send you guys on a rebuild team. I send you Trey Lance and a first for Jalen Hurts straight up. How do you not accept that, right? I mean, is that like and you got Mac Jones and Russell Wilson? Do you not accept that?
It makes me think, but I say no personally.
It makes me think I'm gonna ask a few people.
What if you
Yeah,
send him a
That's
piece
an
that he
offer I
needs?
would. That's an offer I would float
Well,
around.
what more would he need besides a taxi quarterback that's a running quarterback? He's still on Shanahan's team. I mean, he's going to be the quarterback next year, period. He only broke his ankle. So a taxi, not taking up any salary cap, and a first. Like, what else would you need?
I think he needs a receiver pretty
Is
bad.
this two QB league?
No, it's
No, it's one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'd probably take it.
I think you send it and see what happens.
Well, would you rather give like Ayuk and Lance? No,
I would need a first.
players.
Yeah, I think he would want the first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd want the first if I was him.
So try this. Try Lance and a first for Hurts in a second.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's you send it, you get the conversation going. I think that's the way.
I think so. And let's put a little note down there.
Lands in a first, second, and Jalen Hurts.
Okay. So put Lance is on taxi.
Yeah, Lance is on taxi. Any interest in a trade revolving around these people?
I can send a dick pic if that moves the needle. I bet you have a huge wiener. Something like that. That's good. That was
I
wiener.
before E, except after.
Something like that. Okay, so Lance is on taxi. I can send a dick pic if that moves the needle. Okay, Lance is on taxi. We're gonna just put Lance is on taxi. Okay, so Lance is on taxi.
I'll text you the pic.
I'll text you the pic. Give me your cell phone number. Lance is on taxi. Okay, let's send that. Let's see how that goes.
I gotta go.
You have to go?
Well, I just said like.
Okay, let's go. Seriously, guys, you're fucking selfish. All right.
That
Bro, that was like a
Move
45-minute segue.
Let's get through this real quick.
was like 20 minutes.
Okay.
So let's get to the standings. I'm going to kind of run through this. I'm going to start with the AFC North. So AFC North, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers leading West at 2-0. Got a strong 262.4, and he's utilizing the Lamar Jackson and AJ Brown. I guess are his two main players that he's scoring those points with. Of course, Kareem Hunt kind of helps, at least that first week. So he's on top at 2.0. At the bottom, we got Jake. Come on, Jake. Another rebuild? Really? Come on.
I love it.
0-2. How long is he going to be rebuilding? And he's got Jalen Hurts. Come on, build your team.
His
Alvin
taxi looks
Kamara.
good. He's got John Mechie, and that's it.
Come on. Yeah, build your team. And then we got a AFC South. We got Dan Pierce at 2-0. And Dan actually has Cup, Michael Thomas, and Javonte Williams. That's helping him stay on top. Daniel Jones, I like Daniel Jones, but he's not scoring a lot of points. So, and he's got Daniel Jones and Drew Lock. You got to do something with that quarterback situation, but you're on top now. Now's the time to make moves to stay on top. We got Michael Ramos at 0-2 with the Jacksonville Jaguars, scoring more points than the Colts. They were 1-1 at 169, but he scored 232 and he's at 0-2. What'd you do there? I don't have his team, so I was kind of going to use that, but
Yeah,
it's all right. But he's got Murray, he's got CMC, really? He's got Montgomery. Needs a little help on his receivers, and he's got Mark Andrews. Come on, trade one of those assets. Get your receiver. Compete.
Get him, Adrian.
Compete. Yeah.
Promote Danny Gray.
AFC East. Check this out. Mitch Allen at 2.0.
Hell,
2.0. 2-0.
got his boy Justin Herbert. He probably spent 5 firsts for Justin Herbert alone.
Yep. Herbert, Saquon,
Saquon.
and my boy Debo is helping him out.
I just want you guys to know, okay? I traded for Saquon Barkley last year. I gave up
I
a
know.
22 first and Emmanuel Sanders for Saquon.
I love it, dude.
I think it's a great trade.
Good job. He is $80. But
Yes.
if you're winning games, bro, that's what we came here to do.
But you need to
Anyway.
watch out for
The rest of the
Ryan at 294.4. And Joe is kind of creeping up there, but Joe, take a back seat to Ryan. He's got you on points, but he's still 1-1. At the bottom, we have Renee at 0-2. Renee, what's going on?
Nice,
don't know if this is
dude.
she's
She can't be
rebuilding
great
in
in
this, or-
every league. She can't be great.
Right? I mean, she's
And
got
plus, she
well,
took
Tom
off
Brady.
fantasy
Yep.
for like a whole year.
Exactly. Come back, Renee. Build your team.
I know.
Come
I miss
on.
her.
Let's go. AFC West, we have Tony Lopez. He's got a strong team, Tony.
Yeah.
And he's got Josh Allen, the common denominator of strong teams, Josh Allen. Just saying it
So
now.
great.
Chase
great.
and Diggs. Goodness gracious.
Hmm.
2-0, 294 points for leading that division.
Love Tony too. Good.
Yeah.
Good job on
Good
that
guy.
one, bro.
He's got a good taxi squad too, actually.
Oh yeah, he
Solid.
builds. Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
building.
Yeah, he still has
Solid.
ETN sitting there.
And then we got Zach. Come on, Zach. When are you going to start
Zachy.
listening to us and make a trade? Make a trade. Don't build from the draft. Because all you do is take people and then you trade them for picks. And take
Oh.
people and trade them for picks.
London.
When are you going to build? You just trade them for picks. You're not building. Do something. Do something with your team. Zach,
Love it.
build that team. Do it. Okay.
Exactly. Do it.
Now moving to the
He's got a good
NFC.
team.
Yeah, his receivers are awesome. I was just saying his running back stacked. Those receivers are stacked.
It's
No wonder
pretty
London's
it's
still
pretty
on taxi.
common. It's common with Zach to have good receivers. He has them in JV. In JB, he's got it here,
Mhm.
but he has nothing else to speak of because he trades his quarterbacks for 2 firsts and drafts another quarterback and trades them for 2 firsts.
It does.
And he ends up with no quarterback. So do something, Jack.
Jackie.
Zach. Do it. Okay, NFC North. We have, Casey Jones. He's got a strong team. 280 points, 2-0. He's rolling the guy that I hate. I traded away in one of my leagues.
JB.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Oh,
Goodness gracious.
Mm.
And he's got Josh Allen. So common
dude,
denominator.
Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra
Yes.
is a stud,
Yes.
bro.
Yes.
God.
We were
All
all
right,
wrong.
keep moving. NFC
And then we
South,
got-
where I'm at. Come on,
We got Van at 0-2. Come on, Van. We told you what to do. Build that team.
fan.
Trade.
That's where the
Jason, let's
trade's
go.
at. Yeah.
NFC South, check out who's top. Jason Williams at 2-0, but
Look at my PA though.
asterisk. He's got
Big
Swift,
asterisk.
he's got Chubb, Kelsey, but man, Dak is
I
hurt.
know.
You
I
need a
know.
quarterback, buddy,
I know.
to stay on top, but those points are looking real good. 294.
Points for though. I mean points against though.
Yeah,
It's
but still,
suspect. It's a
294.
suspect too. No.
You're
Yeah.
still scoring
right.
points. Yeah,
You're
you
right.
score
got one.
points.
I've
I
got
see
one
that
big
Malik
Mayfield
Willis
name all
stash.
over it.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
ode to Pickle.
Roy Steer, man, he was doing pretty good last year. I think he even made the playoffs last year.
Won the
Now
division.
0-2.
Heartbreaker at the
Yeah.
end, yeah.
Yeah, 0-2. What's going on with this team?
He got me
He
though,
usually-
dude.
Yeah, he kind of took the summer off. I hadn't heard from him that much, but I think he's back. His team really is not too bad. Austin Eckler hasn't been
Yeah.
doing much.
Kittle, Allen
and
got
Burrow.
hurt.
Allen, yeah.
Chase Edmonds, Eckler's not doing anything.
So
And
injuries,
played Burrow over Tua, which, I mean, that's the right decision, but didn't work.
yeah,
Right.
but he'll get there. It's still early in the league. In the year. NFC East. Goodness gracious, Jason. I don't like talking good about his team, but holy moly,
398 points.
Last week,
Goodness.
set
Sweet
the record
God.
for most points scored in a single week in GA.
Cooper
Oh
Kupp,
my God.
Stephon Diggs, and Mark Andrews.
Oh. And Kyler.
That's it.
And
Kyler,
Joe
yeah.
Mixon.
Kyler's been, mediocre, but man,
Good God.
having Kupp and
Kupp
Diggs
is just-
Cup
and
and
Andrews.
Diggs.
and Kirk now
Dude.
breaking out.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Diggs went for 3 scores.
Yes.
All right, keep moving.
And then Cole, I'm glad you're competing. 2-0. Come on, compete with Jason. I don't want to
Dude.
hear it from him that the league is trash. His division is trash. Come on.
398 points though for Jason.
Two
And those are two
Just-
great guys that we love to root for, Cup and Diggs. So the only way he's going down is if those guys go down.
Right.
That would suck for NFL.
I'm done rooting for Cup though, so that's fine.
Justin, we have
You
no
trade
hope for
him?
you.
We have no-
Justin, we have no
Well,
hope for you in helping to compete against Jason. So get that rebuild done.
Do me
Last
a favor and pass me in points 4 and we have a deal.
Dude, your
Hey.
points against is hardcore too.
I'll play
Good
Jason.
Lord. Damn, dude.
I played
Good
Jason, I played
God.
Cole, and they're both good.
NFC West, we have Braxton sitting on top at 2-0, 253 points. He made it to the Super Bowl and lost to Jason in the Super Bowl last year. He's got a strong team. He did make some moves. Thank you for giving me Debo. I love it. I think he gave me Debo in this league. Yes.
Oh,
I
he
believe so.
had Debo Samuel and he still has
Mhm.
Pittman, Jefferson, Higgins.
Yeah, his team was pretty stout, but he
And
had to make
Hollywood.
moves because he was his cap was hurting, so he had to make some moves. And then of course at the bottom we have Earl, but don't feel bad, Earl. I think I'm the lowest points scored out of the whole league, so I'm 1-1. I got lucky somehow. I don't know what happened, but don't feel bad.
You don't lose. That's why you need to start losing, Adrian. Tanking is for winners.
I don't tank.
We don't
I
need
put
to
my
have
best
this.
lineup out there and I play. I play
If you
to
guys are on
win
Discord,
the game.
you guys have to understand that Adrian is a stubborn prick.
I am.
And he's not understanding that you got to lose sometimes
Nope.
to win. Lose to win. Adrian, you don't always have to win.
I'm gonna try.
You sure are. You could trade away those assets and still start your best players, and they're not good.
Very true.
Okay, who
But
else
let's
we
move
got?
on. Let's move on to NFL.
Yeah, we'll go through.
Oh,
NFL
are we
fast.
good? Last one, guys. Last
We'll
one.
spend more time on NFL next week, but we know you did that thing where we went way too long, so we'll go fast here. That's just what we do.
Trades are fun though, dude.
Yeah,
He's
so
just gonna reject it.
remember in this league, scoring overall is a little bit lower because we play less and we have a defense that did the extra flex. But in the AFC North, Jason K is on top of the division. He's got a solid team. He's waiting
Oh
on
my
Hunt to
God.
come back from injury as well.
Love
And
it.
he's got a sexy
Oh my God. Oh my God.
funk. And last
God.
place, Todd. I'm not really familiar with your team with the AFC side, but keep your rebuild going if that's what you're doing, because outside of Pittman, it kind of looks like that's what you're doing. And Kamara, I guess. Maybe move someone. In the AFC South, Adrian, I believe that's you, because we're playing each other in our doubleheader. Good start to the season. Thoughts on your team?
It's looking pretty good so far. I mean, I got Josh Allen. What
That'll
else
do it.
was that? What else do I need to say?
Yeah, our doubleheader. You won the first week. You were gonna win the second week, and they benched Josh Allen for the fourth quarter, so that was nice.
Yep. Yep.
Rizzo is in last, but he's got the second most points for in the division, but nobody else is really all that close to you right now, Adrian. But it's early, things can change. If you believe in your team, go for it. In the AFC East, Braxton with another good team is on top of the division at a solid 244 points for.
Oh,
Got Herbert.
good
His
Lord.
running backs surprisingly bad for having a good record. I mean, I just don't know who he's starting, but doesn't matter. And you have Tyreek and Justin Jefferson and Mike Williams, so just do whatever you want.
Holy hell. Jefferson and
Yeah.
Tyreek.
Pretty good.
Bastard.
In last place is last year. Oh, okay. Jeremy is in last place. Sorry, I was thinking of our friend Joe. Jeremy's
Yeah, shit ass team.
121 points for, which is the worst in the AFC. So I believe you had an early pick last year, so keep it going one more year. I'm in favor of tanking as well, so get that high pick if that's what your goal is. In the AFC
True dat.
West, John Lake is currently leading with 226 points for, and somehow Joe has 145 points for and is in second. But that's just gross coming from the Super Bowl representee last year for the AFC. And Cole, I'm pretty sure he's in the middle of a rebuild. 201 points, not bad compared to others, but not especially impressive. As you guys can tell, I did a ton of research leading into this week, and I wasn't busy at all.
Oh, that got me. That was super cute.
Yeah, so we'll do the NFC North real quick as well. I'm more familiar with the NFC side, just as the side I play on. I believe the NFC North, if you look at points for, be the weakest division so far this year. Dan is leading with 187 points for, while nobody else is over 155. Those are all pretty low. NFC South is actually pretty crazy. The highest points for in the NFC is Roy, sitting at 0-2.
Oh, that's terrible.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
very sad. The whole conference, he's got the most points for, and he's 0-2. The Buccaneers
Brutal.
league are really good, but they didn't get
The
Josh
whole
Allen.
conference?
The whole conference, he's got the most points for. Yeah,
Oh, hey, keep it strong, brother. You
yeah, you're
Stay the
obviously
course.
right in
It'll
there.
turn around.
yeah.
Tampa Bay team is stacked, but he didn't get Josh Allen cleared to play in time for week 1, so he's sitting at 1-1. But if we want to take a look at this roster, it's
Mhm.
Josh Allen, Saquon, and then Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, DK Metcalf. Pretty good.
Yeah.
And last year's Super Bowl winner came out of the NFC South, the Atlanta Falcons, and Brian beat Joe last year. So congrats on that. The NFC East, everybody's 1-1. Everybody's pretty good. Nobody's especially great. That's pretty much my evaluation there.
Well said.
Yeah, everyone's sitting between 190 and 222.
Mhm.
The second, third, and fourth best points for in the NFC are in that division. So I believe there's going to be some battles going on that whole year. And I would imagine multiple teams come out of the NFC East into the playoffs. In the NFC West, kind of a little weak right now as well. They've had some bad luck. Ash is on top of the division at 2-0, but only 190 points scored. And then I know that Tony is trying to actively rebuild, but he accidentally two his way into a win last week.
Dude.
But
Tua went Tua, bro.
Not especially great team, but he knows that he and I have talked trying to get trades done. He's trying to rebuild. His taxi's solid and he has a ton of picks. but
He's such a fun dude to talk to.
yeah, if Tua goes for 70, it's hard to lose. Maybe start Brissett next week. I don't know. Doesn't matter in points, in max points. And then last place, new to the league. This is his first year owning the Cardinals, replacing a less active owner. He's been active on Discord doing trades, so we love to see it.
Yeah, Nick will pop in here and there, but he's always easy to communicate with. He'll chat on Discord and he'll respond well to trades. And then Renee's the 49ers.
Yeah, she's got a pretty solid team.
points
She's
for.
leading in the points for, just bad luck.
Yeah.
She lost to the Rams this week because of Tua.
I thought for sure Renee would have a hot chick there. Come on, Renee. God, really let me down.
Yeah, but Renee's got
Jalen Hurts.
Zeke, Zeke and Edmonds serviceable enough, and then Diggs and Evans.
That looks like a Renee team right there.
Yep. Very top heavy. And when they go off, they're going to really hurt people.
Justin, is Tuesday going to be tough for you?
No, Tuesday's usually perfect. Today's just a weird work day.
Okay. So Justin is usually pretty solid on the details. For all you lifers that have been with Zach for a long time in the NFL, we'll have a little bit more detail. That's just, I don't need to ask him to or anything. It's just what Justin does. Justin's thick on the details. So very good, Justin. Anything else, brother?
People do trades, so we can talk about them next week. Our trades have been pretty inactive. That's because everybody thinks they can win it all right now. So that should pick up soon.
Really weird time, for people that are trying to hold on, deciding when. But listen, honestly, guys, Sundays and Monday nights, that's the time to send out some trades. I bet they'll start coming. We will talk about the trades. That will also be a segment. Tell me if you need it shorter, guys. Tell me if it's too long. Tell me if we're needing to do something a little different. Tell us if you like it. Hit some likes on there. We love you guys. Super fun. NDL Weekly. We enjoy it. We will see you next week. Enjoy the week. Much love to you. Hit us out, Justin.